Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Sun Up on 7. It's Monday, and it's good to start the day and the week with awareness. And today we're talking about Dara's 9th annual Hunger Awareness Ride. So joining us today to give us an insight to how can you participate, more details on the event, we have founder of Dara's feeding program, Mr. Dara Robinson himself. I love that you enjoy coming to our show. This is like, you were here last week, you're here this week.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling today, Mr. Dara?
Same blessed way, man.
Same blessed way, right? Are you excited for the race?
Right, it's all right.
I
I'm
love
getting ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we also have your logistics officer here with you, Mr. Kwame Scott. Mr. Scott, how are you doing, sir?
A pleasant good morning.
The
Pleasant good
director,
morning to
sir,
you
the
too.
logistics director.
Logistics
Thank you very much, Ms.
Direct.
Renata.
All
Got
right.
your back, don't worry.
And could I just jump right into it?
Yes.
Myself and Dara, we have a unique history, so to speak. Divine intervention, I may call it. The Bob Marley tribute is going to be 19 years old in February this year. The feeding program is 13 years old.
Okay.
The Bob Marley tribute came out because I was a DJ at one point on a radio station on Saturday nights with a reggae show. And Dara was one of my biggest silent fans that I didn't know. So he had approached me and said, I want to do a Bob Marley tribute at that time, the Ramada Park.
Okay.
And I want to know if I'm completely music for me. I readily agreed. And it grew to an annual event. We moved from Ramada Park to MCC football in a stadium in the corner, then to MCC tennis court, now we're at Birds Isle. But I'm telling you all that to tell you that the feeding program is 13 years old, Bob Marley Tribute will be 19 years old. I was sucked into the feeding program from its inception. I've been there from its inception. I tend to think of myself as Dara's faithful assistant.
Okay.
I don't think he have a problem with me calling myself that. Run man, he makes most of the decisions. And then we added, because the feeding program was born and we had to sustain, the Bob Marley Tribute was a fundraiser, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So 6 months after February, we are at August, and we added Lucky Dube, a Lucky Dube tribute, which is Dara's second favorite reggae artist, him and Bob Marley. It was easy to pick Lucky Dube, but we're here to talk about the ride. And then we realized that we needed to add something else to try to generate more funds. And instead of standing at the corner or at the speed bump with a sign begging, we tried to be creative. So when I was summoned by Dara, I need to see that he already had the ride mapped out in his head.
Yeah.
I only had to execute. Because I was intimately involved with cycling, I don't know if you're aware that I do Channel 7 cycling reports for the cross country and so forth. And I was PR officer for the Cycling Federation for over 10 years. People think that this was a great part of my idea. The ride is all Dara's idea. I'm only the executor on the ground, run man,
Logistics
make it
director,
happen.
you see.
He had this vision to do a social ride with music. We have evolved into, some people call it the reggae ride. There are social rides, and at that time there were many social rides. You had the social security ride across Belize. You had the diabetes ride. You had a ride to the reef, and maybe some other, a Rail Rosada ride. Our social ride is a bit different in that it's the shortest social ride, and it's been shortened even more. It's all inclusive, and we have music up front, like a carnival on wheels.
Okay.
So we've cut down from 40 miles to 20 miles.
Okay.
And the way this works is that you pay a $10 registration fee. You come and cruise with us. It's not a race, it's a ride. We technically, literally go as fast as the slowest rider. And we are including everyone. Like we've had over the years, this is the 9th year, we've had a 8-year-old doing the ride when it was 40 miles. We had a 76-year-old doing the ride, bless Mr. Hosekoi. So it's a cross-section. We've had females, and a lot of people who are cyclists now, some other youngsters, got started doing the Dara ride. Like, they never thought that they could ride for 40 miles. We have stops along the way so you can reinvigorate that energy whatsoever. So now we're down to 20 miles. Instead of doing the boom circuit, we will do the 8-mile circuit. I will go through that in a few. If I'm talking too much, you can ask me a question. But the ride is a fundraiser. We need people to register for the ride. Civic Center this Sunday, the 24th of July. We leave at 6:30. From 5 in the morning, you can come out there and register. You get an armband.
Okay.
Your armband, while the ride is in progress, allows you to get servicing. Banana, water, and Powerade, I believe.
Yeah, Powerade, water,
And-
crystal juice. Yeah.
Right. So while the ride is going on, if you understand cycling, everything happens on the move.
Right.
People on motorcycles, and we have some of the elite cyclists who come and assist us. They ride up and down the group, bring you water.
Okay.
They push some people and help them out, so forth. Like 1 year, I remember riding, and Louis Wade was with us from Plus TV, but he was trying to videotape. And then I heard that he had hit the tarmac. They got up back. You know, these things happen. But it's a challenge and also a healthy way of challenging yourself. Because riding a bike for what was 40, no, 20 miles, it's not easy, but it is easy. The music and the commentary makes it so simple. Like I recall riding, and Jeffrey Locke, at the time CEO at BEL, was with Dean Boyce, CEO at BTL. Like, it's that kind of camaraderie. Okay. You meet friends, families, friends you haven't seen long, and it's a conversation going on while the ride is happening.
That's a good twist to the race, the fact that it's not really a race,
right.
They call it a cruising.
It's a cruise.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I want to ask Dara, because it's Hunger Awareness Ride, and the name itself is heavy, Hunger Awareness, right? So it's a fundraiser, but it's also awareness for hunger. Can you give me more details as that? Like, what about hunger?
You have
Well,
to ride hungry?
yeah.
Explain to me.
No, I deal with feeding program, and of course, my thing of hunger, like I can't sorry if you're a big man or woman are hungry, but for we kids, you know, and if I continue with our message there, I have to come up with all kind of idea to get it out there that no matter what, we still got kids. I mean, like today still, you know, not have
how much
breakfast.
kids are
and
benefiting from your program?
well, when we made the fully, we only have 52 of them,
Okay.
and not that every day they just go for meal and thing, you know. But my vision of to bring the awareness that hunger they are Belize and it affect for we kids. So I champion that, and not just Belize City, the district wide, you know, and that I. But Kwame touched on a lot of things. I want to touch quickly some of the rules of the ride.
Please do, yeah.
First of all, we ask if you could wear a helmet, very important. I want to stress that we have police at front and we ambulance the back. We want to ask the people then to stay within the front police vehicle, the music and the ambulance. I know a lot of people like come out and think they're not Charlie Lewis and Michael Lewis and then go ahead of the ride and then have their own race. I don't want nothing happen to anybody and then they set up on Dara ride. Stay within where the ride for there that we can protect you and then we have one police from our cycle where they control the traffic and things.
Yeah.
So with the safety first all the time.
And then not race, our ride, like you
Right.
said. You're going to try to win this competition.
Secondly, I want to stress the ride been getting bigger, but we always plead that the people then register, you know. We not stop nobody from come ride, but with the acts of register, if you want to come free ride, bring your own refreshment because I have to cater for the people then will register with
And
the
it's a
thing.
fundraiser, right? So
Right.
by all means, right?
So I just stress that, like I always tell my grassroots people, if the day come, you know, got your $10, give what you could have. If you have $2, $3, $5, just get and respond and support the thing.
Okay.
You understand? Beside that, of course, Kwame, you could explain more on the ride.
So we leave from Civic Center at 6:30. Bear in mind that the ride is all-inclusive, meaning you could come on your $20,000 racer bike, you go chase a beach cruiser, bicycle,
Something.
carry a bike, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Just make sure that they can handle the journey. We should have the assistance of Redonis Bike Shop, especially at the start, to help, you know, some people nearly pumping at the wheel and
Perfect.
want to raise my seat before the ride. So big up Redonis Bike Shop. We leave at Civic at 6:30 sharp.
Right.
Music in front, and we head on to the Philip Golson Highway. We make a left at the Flag Monument. We travel all the way to the airport cutoff, where we make a left into the John Smith Road.
Okay.
And then we make another left at the 8 Mile roundabout, headed to Belize. But we make a stop at the 8 Mile community. Short stop, 5-10 minutes, refresher, eat something, catch your breath kind of thing.
Okay.
And then we come back, head to Belize City, down the George Price Highway, Burial Ground, Boulevard, back at Civic, where we finish.
Then I want to stress with a lot of kids ride the ride. We had an experience with Charlie Lewis. It's a good thing he decided to come up from behind the ride and he say me meet a child. The struggle, no, that don't no for me. So I advise people if you want to bring on a picnic for ride, no left them out there on the mercy of the world. Because I don't want to left nobody out the back. Another reason I have one truck, the back, in case you cramp up, you punctured, you just pull off at the side of the road and put up your hand and then guys and assist you to get in the truck.
Very well.
So if you know you want to bring your kid, make sure then they long it. You
They are
Supervise,
responsible
right,
to
and
supervise.
Exactly.
Right?
Like, I mean,
You
I
get
know
too
that
excited with the ride that
we
you
have
forget
the
your kid.
ambulance out
and
and
then kids,
everything.
for them kids just are like cross country for them. I mean, I meet some parents and they sent it and he had a hand, like, you know.
They're ready.
They look, and over the years, I meet some youth where my ride, for half of the ride, then turn cyclists and start
Okay,
to
so
get
it's their
involved.
start.
You know?
So
Motivation.
I really want to say thank you so much, gentlemen, for giving us
Thank
this
you, Dara.
conversation
Thank you,
and
Mr.
for
Kwame.
also, finding creative ways to support. Because like you mentioned, funding a feeding program not easy.
Yeah.
You have to
I just
find
want
ways
to quickly big
in
up my
which-
sponsor before I go, because without sponsors,
Definitely.
might be
Before you mention your sponsor, Dara, let me just mention that Dara was mentioning the experience we've had over the years with kids and people falling behind and so forth. But just so you know, that's minimal.
Yeah.
One big belly man like me, we have done every single mile. Like in this case, when I walk the walk, we ride the ride. Me and Dara, we do the ride. So if I could do it, a lot of people could do it. It's easier than harder. It's good if you prepare. And that's the challenge, to prepare to physically ride 20 miles on a bicycle. And we go so slow, sometimes some people complain that it's too slow.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
Mr. Dara,
I want to
please.
quickly give thanks. God, them people are important. Without
Right.
their people here, the ride wouldn't be a success. So I want to start off with Creme Radio, Creme TV, Channel 5, Channel 7, Plus TV, Atlantic Insurance, Brothers Habit, Habit and Habit, Crystal Water, Angelus Press, BTB, and Honorable Anthony Mala, Wave Radio and TV, Vibes Radio and TV, the Electricity Limited, Hyde Shipping, Hot Off the Press, and Joyce, Leslie's Import, Honorable Kari Musa, and
Abner Murillo.
yeah, man.
Abdi Murillo.
There's a lot of
Thank
hands
you.
on decks,
Yeah.
and that shows
Yeah.
in all the support that you guys
And then
are
we
getting.
also have people where not worry about it. Big up and thing also, they help, and thing and
Great.
so on.
So
Thank you.
Big
Thank
up
you
to
so
all the
much for that,
team
yeah.
that's making it possible today. And I just really want to encourage everyone out there. Bring out your families. It's a short race, 20 miles. You can
Ride, short ride.
Short ride,
Yeah.
20 miles, a cruise. And so make sure you get out there and just be able to have a good time. It's the awareness of hunger that we're pushing for.
You guys
The
are welcome to join us
registration is
also.
$10 for
Thank you.
adults and $5 for kids. So please make sure you come out and have some good, clean fun, guys. It's a great time. Good for your health as well. And anybody could do it. No matter if you got the biggest belly of belly, it's just take your time because it's a cruise. True. And that's true. You can come out. And then you have
Right.
music and
Yes.
you get snacks and all these stuff. It's going to be a good time,
Right.
guys.
Time
So
for a commercial
thank
break.
you so much, gentlemen, for being here. And with that, we go to our next commercial break. When we're back, we're going to be talking about tours. This is not the riding tour, but it's a musical tour. And so we're going to be talking about the Garifuna Collective and where they're doing and what's happening with their European tour. Stay tuned.